Welcome to Prime News. Now a look at the headlines. Government missing tax target. First quarter of current fiscal shows revenue 5% short to target. Tax growth just 15% despite petroleum VAT hike. Prudent tracking Treasury. "100% paperless assembly target, 65% questions online." Convict MLA Mickey says asks 109 questions. United opposition gears up for showdown from Monday. No bridge, no canoes to cross raging river. Dulai and Ambe villagers and children risk their lives to reach the Bale. People fed up with assurances. Prudent's special report. Generation Next files criminal complaint against Industries Minister Madhav Naik, demands sacking of minister for misusing legislature's loan. BJP stays away. Goa's mining case to come before Supreme Court in second week of August for final disposal. Apex Court to decide annual mining capping following committee reports. Now the news in detail. Despite a sizable hike of 10% in the petroleum VAT rate, the state treasury is still feeling a pinch of almost 10 crores a month. That's almost 125 crores a year. The first quarter of the current fiscal, though, shows almost 15% growth in the commercial tax. The tax revenue is still short compared to the annual target by almost 5%. Government has been missing the tax target consistently for last 3 years. Current year too shows the same trend of shortfall, though the average collection is consistently above 200 crores a month. Watch Parsikar government's tracking Treasury report.
The mining is yet to show the signs of resumption of operations. The manufacturing sector too is stagnated at ground zero. The commercial tax collection in the first quarter of the current fiscal reflects it all. When the Parrikar government took over the reins, the commercial tax, which includes the VAT, central sales tax, luxury entertainment and entry tax, was just touching a 2,000 crore mark. With the virtual zero petroleum VAT down from 22%, the commercial tax growth dropped from 15% and stagnated to 9 to 10% annually. With the Treasury reeling under the mining ban crisis, the Parsikar government raised the petroleum VAT by 10%, taking it to 15%. The tax collection, though improved following a move, efforts aren't enough to achieve the target. While the government targets a commercial tax growth of almost 20 to 25%, collection touches hardly 15%, which would result in almost 125 crore shortfall annually if the trend continues. Now have a look at the collections and tax trend for initial quarter of the fiscal. While the government targets 20 to 25% growth, the actual collection doesn't grow about 10 to 15%. More important, the crucial VAT, the barometer of the industrial manufacturing and the retail sector, shows a stagnating trend. Considerably smaller taxes like the luxury, entertainment and the entry tax show a significant buoyancy but can't impact the tax collection figure sizably. When the Parrikar government took over, the petroleum VAT collection in the state treasury was almost 170 crores annually. Now the Parsikar government has raised the VAT by 10%, taking it to 15%, which hiked the petrol prices by almost 10 rupees. But the monthly collection of the petroleum VAT hardly crosses a 10 to 12 crore mark. That means a maximum recovery of 150 crores annually. Expecting a 20% growth in the tax, the government has targeted 2,980 crore worth commercial tax collection, but the trend is showing a stagnating at 15%. The figures say, had there been no hike in the petroleum VAT, the situation would have been more worse. On the other side, the threats and blackmailing from the transporters blocked the government's move to spread its entry fee net. Manufacturing sector is stagnated. Tax litigation make the job more hard for the commercial tax department. Retail business is facing a challenge from the online and frequent consumer expos. The widespread unauthorized tourism activity in the beach belt yields hardly any revenue to the state coffers. It's a big challenge for the department too, since the government is not able to spread its tax net effectively and efficiently. The commercial tax department runs the show with available team and resources, with mining not showing any signs of immediate resumption of operations and manufacturing sector stagnated. There are hardly any developments at ground zero for the Parsekar government to cheer. Bureau Report, Prudent.
Goa Assembly targets to achieve 100% paperless assembly session. Nearly 60 lakh papers will be saved in the 15 days business of the assembly. Concerned MLAs would get their replies online. Till date, 65% questions have been received online. Out of 3,000 questions received, 2,000 were received online. Convict MLA Mickey Pacheco has submitted 109 questions, creating his own record. The first budget discussion session of CM Parsekar begins from Monday. United opposition is sharpening up the attack. Watch this report.
The monsoon session of the Assembly is all set to begin from Monday. This time, Speaker of the Assembly has decided to have 100% paperless session. MLAs will not get their replies on paper but will get it online either on their laptops or desktops. Earlier, 4 lakh papers were used during assembly session per day. This assembly session will go on for 15 days, which means nearly 60 lakh papers will be saved. Only in rare and unavoidable cases, if need arises, MLAs will get their replies on paper and the written replies will be taken back after reference. Only 5 spare sets of start questions will be available in the assembly.
ह्या फावटी 100% करपाक सोदता अशें न्ही. इट इज पेपरलेस फ्रॉम लास्ट सेशन. तर त्या सेशनाच्या वेळा पासून पेपरलेस जाल्लीच आसा. तातूंत कितें वेगळें अशें कांय ना. आतां ह्या असेंब्लीच्या वेळार आमी तातूंत कांय अडचणी थोड्यो आशिल्ल्यो हें आशिल्ल्यो त्यो मातश्यो पयस केल्ल्यो आसात आनीकय सोंपें केल्लें आसा. म्हणून म्हाका दिसता की आमी पेपरलेस केल्लें आसा तें इट हॅज सेव्ड not only ecology, it has saved our monetarily gains, money also we have saved.
There are altogether 2,953 questions asked by the MLAs, out of which 2,000 questions were received online. Convicted MLA Mickey Pacheco has also asked 109 questions in the upcoming monsoon session. Sources in the Secretariat inform that this is for the first time MLA Mickey Pacheco has asked questions in such huge number.
आतापर्यंत जवळ क्वेश्चनां 2,953 येयल्लीं आसा. भितरली स्टार आसात ती 1,000, अतारांकीत प्रश्न अनस्टार 1,953. गोवा स्टेट गॅरंटीज बील 2015 येवपाचें एमेंडमेंट. गोवा म्युनिसिपालिटीज एमेंडमेंट बील 2015. गोवा स्टाफ सिलेक्शन कमिशन बील 2015. हे सद्या आमकां कळयल्या प्रमाणे तरी आनीकूय गव्हर्मेंट बील येवपाचें आसा. त्या भायर प्रायवेट मेंबर्स बिल्स आनी रिजोल्यूशन ते प्रायवेट मेंबर्स दिसा जातले.
MLA Mickey is trying hard to prove his case so as to attend the assembly session while the decision on his parole and pardon is still pending with the government.
मिकी पाशेको आसा पळय ताणें प्रश्न भरपूर धाडिल्ले आसात. ताजे प्रश्न आसात, स्टार्ट आसात, अनस्टार्ट आसात. हे सगळे प्रश्न ताजे आमकां विधानसभेन आयिल्ले आसात. आतां हजर रावप ना रावप हें ताजेर आसा. म्हजे कडेन कांय तशा पद्दतीचें ताजें रिक्विजिशन बी तशें कांय येवंक ना. म्हणटकच हांव कांयच सांगूंक शकना. पण तो थंय आयलो जाल्यार येवपाक जाय ताणें. तशें ही इज नॉट डिस्कॉलिफायड एंड ही ताका लागून तो जर आयलो थंयसर जाल्यार ही हॅज टू कम इनसायड. ही वील बी एंटरिंग.
To achieve 100% paperless assembly session, full assembly has been made Wi-Fi friendly. MLAs and reporters will also have an access to the Wi-Fi. Session will begin from Monday. This is Chief Minister Lakshmikant Parsekar's first assembly budget discussion session. The Recall Tenancy Act, Land Acquisition Bill and financial conditions of the state, mining, JICA and MOPA consultancy issues will rock the session. Opposition Congress and the United Independent MLAs are all set to grill the BJP-led government. Senior reporter Lokit Shilkar with Omkar Falari for Prudent.
Ambe and Dulai villages' saga of hardship has no end as people are still awaiting a bridge to cross and reach Dabale village. Ambe and Dulai villagers demand just a footbridge to cross the ravaging Dudhsagar river. School children have to risk their lives for schooling. Dabale is just 500 meters away from Dulai. There is an alternate road, but it is an unnecessary and extra journey of 8 to 10 kilometers. People here are fed up with empty assurances from the politicians from time and again. Prudent's special report.
Ambe and Dhule villages are almost 8 kilometers from Dharbanoda. People here are battling odds for survival during monsoon as there is no bridge here. There is a canoe to cross the raging Dudhsagar river to get into Dabhale village, but that too in a pitiful condition. Dabhale is their commercial spot. One has to do acrobatics to cross the bandara with a wooden plank. For aged and children, even that's not possible. Risk with life has become the order of the day for Dhule and Ambe villagers. Dudhsagar river is at its peak level flow, raging with speed. And these are the children of Ambe village living for their school. Look how they have to risk their lives to get into Dabhale village for education. There is one canoe, but it is for namesake. The scene here is spine-chilling as one single miss may convert into a drastic tragedy. Panjekars are blessed with 3 bridges, but Ambe villagers do not have a single, not even a footbridge.
कोणी येईल जाल्यार हाडपाचे नाल्यार थंयच बसपाचे. स्कुलाची भुरगीं आतां सद्याक म्हणटा पावसा पुरते बसी येता मागीर आमकां पर्याय एकच उदकांतल्यान वचपाचें पडटा. हे पयलीं सुद्दां इश्कोला भुरग्यांक हेच वड्यात आसले आतां सद्याक बार रद्द जाल्ल्याकच इश्कोला भुरगे तेवढे बसीन वता नाल्यार बसी बी कांय नासले हांगसर.
There is an alternate route to Dabhale, but it is 8 kilometers long. It seems government has conducted soil testing and initiated documentation for constructing a bridge here. But the proposed bridge is biting dust in Sarkari files.
आमचे एक बारीकसो फुटब्रीज जावचो आमी व्हडलो ब्रीज असो मागना हांगसर एक फुटब्रीज जावचो हीच आमची मागणी एक आसा. आनी हेच जर डिस्टन्स आमकां भायल्यान कवर करता जाल्यार जवळ अप एंड डावन 15 किलोमीटर वयचें पडटा.
And now the plight of Dhule villagers. People cross the river through Bandhara with the help of a wooden plank to reach Dabhale. This circus has become a routine affair for them.
आमकां ही वाटेची समस्या न्हू आमकां एवढी 2 किलोमीटर पडना दाबाळ वचपाक न्हू अशें भायल्यान गेले जाल्यार 10 किलोमीटर येता.
Aged and children can't perform such stunt. There is an alternate route to Dabhale from Dhule, but it is 12 kilometers extra journey. People here are exhausted appealing MLAs and ministers for a bridge, but till date they have received only empty poll assurances.
चिटी घालता आनी भुरगे बी आसता वयता आमच्या जायना आमी भायल्यान वचता भायल्यान दाबाळ्यांतल्यान 10 किलोमीटर येता. तेन्ना आमी कितें म्हणलें आमकां फक्त पांयवाट म्हणून दिया की स्कुटराक पंदरा पुरो अशें म्हणून.
This is the real picture of rural Goa. These are our own children undergoing such a drastic plight. Panjekars and Mapshekars are burdened with a third Mandovi bridge, while government is hell-bent on constructing it. Ambe and Dhule villages are still longing for much-needed footbridge for years. It took deadly Kalvi tragedy for government to wake up and construct Kalvi bridge, and now probably awaiting martyrs from Ambe Dhule just for a footbridge.
आंबे आणि धुले गांवान लोकांची कशी परिस्थिती आहा ती लोकांक दाबाळ वयतले जाल्यार जवळ जवळ होडे आणि निसण घेवन बंधारो हें करचो पडटा. तर हें सरकारान तेंची मागणी मानून तो एक ब्रीज जालो जाल्यार आंबे आणि धुले गांवच्या लोकांक वचपाक बरें मेळटलें आणि बेगीन पावतले जावं स्कुलांच्या भुरग्यांचो प्रश्न आहा तो सुटावो जातलो. हांव धुलेच्यान प्रभू प्रुडंट मिडिया खातीर.
Let's take a short break. Stay tuned.